Hello. Please tell me if you can't hear me. Hi, everybody. Hi. Oh my god, we got a lot of people. Well, not a lot of people, but a lot of conversation happening in the chat already. So basically, I'll get into it, but this is gonna be one of those streams where y'all like pressure test the level of discourse that is out there currently, and we're gonna see if there's enough to say yet. And like maybe there's not, but that's sort of the point, is that we're here to like you know, see if there is any Taylor Swift discourse to be had. Okay, congratulations, Kayla. Thank you. We'll also talk about that. Brian's not home yet, he's still at work, but I will share some details if you would like me to. Ring alert. Yes, ring alert. Here's the ring. Ring alert. Can I get a W in the chat? W for Brian. He did a great job. W for Brian. Did the live stream start for you guys yet? I hope it's on. Could someone confirm that I can be heard, please? And that people can see me? Yes, yes, yes. W for Brian. Yes, W for Brian. W engagement. Yeah, okay, cool. Everybody can hear me. Cool. W for Kayla and Brian. Thank you. I didn't really do anything. All right, we got 80 people in here. Hello, hello. It's like the live girl has a wedding to pay for. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the congrats. Here we are. Ring City. Like the stream. Appreciate it. We are going to talk about Taylor Swift, and if you missed when I first said it, there's no like news necessarily. We'll go over like current discourse and Brian said, Kayla, hey Kayla, nice rock. Brian is literally producing the news right now. He literally is putting my wonderful fiance is literally putting television on TV right now. But he's in the chat. Wow. Thank you, wonderful fiance. Love you so much. Brian, his wife goals for real. I wanted to thank you for always being a voice I can trust to be fair and reflective about things. Thank you. I try my best. I'm not always great, but I try my best. Can we talk about the YouTube ID verification thing yet? Yeah, we could talk a little bit about it. YouTube doesn't like when we talk about it. So if you're like realizing that like a lot of people aren't talking about it, then that is why. But maybe we could talk a little bit about it. Yeah. Also, as a deep down Swiftie, I don't think there's anything really super discoursey yet. Yes, that's the thing, is I'm trying to test whether or not that is the case. I'm so good at speaking. I'm trying to test whether or not there is anything there, because Taylor Swift kind of feels like everything, you know? We'll get into it. I'm stalling for a little bit longer, just to get more folks in here before we get started. Do you think you'll see Jinx and Omeri? I would like to. I saw it with Titus a couple weeks ago, and it was great. I would love to see it with Omeri if the prices are not terrible. Have you seen Weapons? I have seen Weapons. It is very good. So does Brian have to become Italian now? Brian is half Italian. Brian's mother is Italian, and his father is Jewish, and like Russian and Polish nationality-wise. Don't need to be dispelling my fiance's personal information on here, but you know, I guess it's fine. It's whatever. Have you seen Fantastic Four? I did. I liked it. Nothing like totally, completely special, but I liked it a lot. Congrats on your engagement, Kayla. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Congrats on your engagement. Thank you. Thank you. Have you seen Superman? I have. Loved Superman. Acceptable yelling based cultures. That's really funny. Congratulations, Kayla. Brian is a lucky man. I am a lucky lady because I am so high maintenance and so much to handle, and Brian is the only person who could ever handle all that I am and all that I will be. So I am the lucky one. But yeah, he did a good job. Um Thank you. Congrats, congrats. Thank you so much. You and Taylor Swift going to announcement engagement in the same week, probably. I think Cristiano Ronaldo announced his engagement the same day, the soccer player, and like that lady's rock is like crazy. It's like gigantic. Marty Supreme trailer tomorrow. I'm aware. Very excited. Congrats. Thank you so much, Dev. And I love your Kenny profile picture. Love that. I'll stall for like 5 more minutes before we talk about Taylor Swift. And I'll tell you guys like a little bit about this, I guess, if you care. Is that parasocial? I don't know. Don't worry, we're not gonna be like sharing, like, I am not doing wedding content. I am not becoming like a bridal, like, we shared the engagement because we like to share. But yeah, I guess I'll just tell a little bit about. I did know it was happening. We've been together for a long time, so I did know it was happening. I got enough intel to know that it was that the item had been purchased and that it was happening sometime this summer. And so, have you started planning the wedding yet? Yes, we have. But I will not be sharing a lot of those details. But I will share about this. And then after that. Yeah, it'll be a little bit more private about other things. But yeah, I didn't know it was happening. The day that it did happen, I like dressed as if it was going to happen because I wasn't entirely sure, because Brian was like, let's it's nice out. Let's like go to Trader Joe's and go for a walk. And I was like, okay. And he's like, yeah, maybe we can like go for a walk in Central Park. And like I love Central Park. That's like my favorite place. So I was like, okay, this is probably happening. And then I like got dressed all nice and stuff because I was like, oh, like we can take new profile pictures in the park and like look all nice and stuff. I am not sharing for clout, I promise. I'm just sharing the proposal story, and then I'm not sharing anything else. Y'all will not hear anything else about my wedding. Is the wedding gonna be Batman themed? No. So we got to Bethesda's Fountain, for those who are familiar with Central Park. Oh, and yeah, people are asking like if I knew like what the ring looked like. I gave him examples of like things that I liked. I knew I wanted rose gold. I knew I wanted like a round diamond. It's a big diamond. I knew I wanted like a round shape because that works with my hands, because I have like very tiny hands. And yeah, we went over there. We were like standing kind of like in front of the fountain, and then my family and his family were above us on the overpass watching, which I did not know because I am oblivious. And I literally did not know until after it happened, and like they were like pointing and yelling, and I was like, oh my God. So yes, I did know it was happening. It was very lovely. Yeah, he got this actually like custom made, because basically I told him, like I gave examples of what I liked. And then this is the one that, like I said at one point, that I liked the most, like the design. And did people clap? Yes, they did. There was a lot of clapping. There were like tourists filming us. It was very funny. I don't think I posted the video. The video is somewhere, but yeah, I just posted photos, I think. So yeah, this is based on a design that I found just like online when I was looking at rose gold rings. And then that design he was going to buy directly, but it was discontinued. So he went to a jewelry shop and had it custom made. So it's a custom ring. That's the story. I think I got everything. Yeah, no, we talked about what the ring was gonna like look like. He did very well. This is very nice. How the internet fell in love with Brian and Kayla. Yeah, I don't know. We'll post photos on Instagram and stuff. Like maybe I've seen I remember like Friendly Space Ninja, for those who watched him, he posted like a little kind of like short video of his wedding. Like I might do something like that, like where it's like kind of like it's like a shortened video of the day for y'all. But yeah, we're gonna keep a lot of the planning like private and stuff. Mic is cracking. I've been having that problem since I had an update on my computer. I don't know why that is. I'm sorry. How rude of us, chat. We didn't bring champagne. The jewelry shop gave him champagne, and we like popped it in the park. We love public alcohol consumption, don't we, folks? To quote Taylor, you are bejeweled. Now you and Athena P are married to men with a B in their name. Yes. Yes, Athena congratulated me. She's very lovely. I forget. I think Athena's husband's name is Ben. And so sometimes people call Brian Ben because they get me and Athena confused and they get Brian and Ben confused. But Brian is my fiance. Ben is Athena's husband. So, can we spoil leaks on this stream? I don't know any leaks. I'm not familiar. People are arguing about Taylor Swift. Okay, I've stalled enough. But thank you all for the congratulations. I appreciate it. If the mic is cracking, please let me know that, because for some reason, like, I updated my whole like desktop setup because I am notoriously very bad at updating my tech when I need to. And so my like editing software was like crashing, and Brian did like a whole like update on my computer. And since then, every time I record, sometimes like I notice like occasionally my mic will crackle, and I'm not really sure why that is. But just let me know if it happens. I don't know if I could really do anything to fix it in real time, but yeah. So the reason why we're talking about Taylor Swift is because let me get into it. I immediately after I get off this stream, I have to write and record a video about something. Why do I have to do that? Because I have a sponsor that was supposed to go live in a video today. However, I pushed it back a day because I got engaged. And there's been a lot going on since that happened. I am one person. I do not work with a team. I am, it is just me. So that threw off my production schedule a little bit because I was, spending time with my family and friends and like doing engaged person things, wedding planning, things like that. So I do have to make a video that needs to go live tomorrow to satisfy my sponsor contract. So I have to make it on something. All the stuff that I was going to make it on, like all of the big topics, I feel like people have kind of moved on from, and that's my fault because I could have like, I don't know, had that, I was busy, so I didn't get to make any videos on like the topics that were trending over the weekend, like the Kendra psychiatrist stuff. Like now that's all been like well covered, right? So there hasn't really been like a big kind of topic for me to like fill that void on. It's too early in the month for How the Internet. It's not going to be How the Internet because that comes out later in the month. And usually sponsors like will go specifically for that. So I don't have like I'm keeping that like I'm not going to just make a How the Internet video right now. I just did one. But I do want it to do well because it does have a view guarantee, which doesn't matter to you guys. It matters to me. So I would like to pick a topic that's popular. What everyone is talking about and everything that's always thought you and your boyfriend were super cute together. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, he's the best. We've been together for a very long time, so this is great. So I was like, okay, what is the next like big thing that everyone's talking about? I also didn't want to go like too niche because my last video was on like niche book talk drama, and that randomly did really well. It like flopped at first, and now it's doing great, which is like so crazy and random. But I woke up today and I felt like everybody was talking about this Taylor Swift stuff because she announced the album on Travis Kelce's podcast, and it's already, so that's like one of the main things, right, is that she announced it. She never does interviews. She's not a very public person, and she announced this interview, I can't speak. Holy shit. Let me check the chat while I'm having a stroke here, clearly. I do a whole lot of saying, and I can't talk good sometimes. Tax policy, clearly the most entertaining thing to talk about. Yeah, that'll do great. That'll do great. Kendra and her psychiatrist just make me sad. She's obviously harassing that man. Yeah, I was interested in covering it. I just don't want to do TikTok drama back to back. Loved your last video. Thank you so much. Any thoughts on the YouTube ID verification happening tomorrow? People keep asking me about that. YouTube does not like when we talk about it, just so you guys are aware. I can maybe kind of talk about it a little bit on stream in like a coded way, but I cannot make a dedicated video about it. They do not like that. They do not like that. So just so everyone's aware. Yeah. Have you seen Weapons? I did. Loved Weapons. Thought it was great. So Yeah, she went on Travis Kelce and his brother Jason Kelce's podcast to talk about this new album that's allegedly coming out. The full podcast releases tomorrow. So either way, I kind of can't, like, if I were to make a video about this, I can't include that stuff like in it, because like I can include what's already been released but not like the full podcast, because the video has to come out tomorrow. So, and it's gonna take a long time, not a long time, but like literally, because I work during the day. Like, for those who don't know, I have a real job that I do during the day, so like traditional kind of 9 to 5. So I have to like work on it after this, and then wake up really early in the morning, and then finish it, and then do my regular job, and then like auto schedule it to go up. So that's the other thing. But yeah, she announced Lover on Instagram Live, 1989 Yahoo Live, and Red on YouTube Chat. Yeah, I mean, so people, the one critique that I've been seeing is like, oh, she fell off because like, why are you announcing your new album on your boyfriend's football podcast? And like, oh, like, you know, there's been a lot of discourse that I've seen about like, oh, she's like unintentionally like doing the slide to MAGA because the Kelsey brothers are, you know, not all exactly friends with like bleeding heart liberals, right? And she's been seen like hanging out with like MAGA podcasters or whatever. Like, that's part of it. The other part of it, I think, is like the marketing stuff, like, you know, how she's already kind of selling like variants, and like people, you know, also like the clue culture and like people decoding and deciphering things, which and she has to meet with a photographer. Oh, my mom's in the chat telling me that I have to call a photographer for my wedding, potentially. Not my mom telling me to get my shit together and get off stream. That's crazy. Hi, Mom. Sorry, I'm catching up on the chat. Angela, I thought you were full-time YouTube, so this is news to me. I am not. I am not full-time YouTube. I do communications work for a really cool company during the day. That is my real job. Sorry, I'm catching up. There's a lot of people in here. Hello to the 170 people hanging out. Could be cool to do something about, like, does the traditional album release cycle exist or work anymore? Is traditional media being totally cut off out of the music press cycle? I'd like to hear about TS, but IDK, what there's really to say right now. Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to like see, if there's like a really kind of need for it, or if it's like, if it's just like this is Taylor discourse because this is Taylor discourse, right? Like, is there anything new that I can contribute here? And the thing that's making me say maybe is that like everyone, like, it's just my entire timeline. It's just my entire timeline, but it's like, it's not necessarily that anything like new is being said, right? I love Taylor, but she just needs to breathe for a bit. Well, that's the thing, is like, anytime she does something new, like, it's gonna just take over everything. Like, it's and I say this, by the way, like, I am not a Taylor Swift hater. Folklore is one of my favorite albums of all time. Oh my god. My mom is in the chat. Hello. If YouTube ever blew up like crazy, 1 mil subs, would you want to move to YouTube full time? No, because I don't like my income being dependent upon an app or a website, and I also enjoy having health insurance. Having health insurance is super cool, and you don't get that when you do YouTube full time. Also, I have 2 degrees. I have one in journalism and I have one in communication management, and I did a lot of work for those degrees. So I would like to keep utilizing them in a professional sense. That's my view on it. It's not everybody's view on it, and that's okay. I just feel like it's tacky and icky to announce your album on your BF's podcast. Like, please don't center men in your career. Is it just an ick thing? Is that the kind of thing? Like, I feel like at like this point, like, Taylor gives some people the ick. I don't know. My mom says she must keep trad job non-negotiable. Yeah. Also, yeah, I have had this talk with my mother many a time. What did Taylor do exactly? We're just talking about the announcement and rollout of this new album and whether or not there is actual like discourse for me to be commentating on, sort of thing. you could do a bit of a retrospective on some of her past albums and what worked with them and how she could apply that to this new album for it to be more successful than TTPD. That's the other thing that I'm like debating with this, is because hold on. Sorry, there's like a really loud police vehicle going by just now. Is that like my Taylor Swift videos, because I feel like she's like, whenever she's in the news, it's either like you don't hear anything from her for months, or like everything is about her, right? And I feel like every time I've covered Taylor on the channel, it's either like it does super well and it goes like super sorry, I'm reading like what is happening. Or it's like does not do that well because it's like overexposed in the cycle, you know? So I don't know. But I also don't know, like, if anybody has any suggestions for like what else I should talk about. But again, I just kind of am like right now like interested in this thread that like even when Taylor Swift's not doing anything, she is everything. You know what I like my entire timeline today, it's all just discourse about like her and Travis and her announcing the album on the podcast and like the clues and the like the keeping everything behind lock and key thing and like, you know, all that stuff. It's so strange that U.S. American healthcare relies on having a job. Social Security net really sucks over there. You said it. Yep. Why would we have healthcare for everyone in the wealthiest country in the world? I don't know. Why the fuck would we do that? Why would we do that? I don't know. It's weird how people have so much to say when nothing has happened yet. And that's the other thing, like, I don't know, I kind of am looking at this from the angle of, like, remember when I did my Benson Boone video and it was sort of like a meta commentary on, like, the nature of commentary itself? Maybe it would be something like that, where there is nothing to say, but at the same time, everyone's talking about it. And, like, why is that? What is it about her that, like, makes it just, like, we view... FD Signifier has a really great video called Fiance is Everything that's sort of about this, where it's like all of like what's going on in society and like politics and culture can be filtered through like a certain select amount of really famous people who everyone knows, and Taylor Swift is one of those people. And that part of it is interesting to me, regardless of whether or not there's like a whole lot of like specific discourse in relation to this album rollout, if I'm making sense. This is the part of the stream where I ask if my incoherent thought rambling is making sense to you lovely people. Sorry, I'm checking the chat. I think at this point, Taylor is just kind of a vector people project whatever they love or hate in society right now onto. Yes, I agree with that. And that's interesting to me. That's really interesting to me. Because, like, why? I have seen the Cardi B and Samira stuff. I don't know if it's really, like, my, I don't know, place to talk about that. I think people should go listen to, like, plus-sized influencers who, like, work and comment in the fashion space. There are plenty of them on TikTok. I think it's normal. She's just one of the biggest pop stars right now. My mom said the Empire State Building was orange. Yeah, I did see that. Not to glaze her, but that's just part of the course when you're the biggest artist in the US. Oh my god, there's so many messages. I'm sorry, everybody. The very fact that you want to make a video because everyone's talking about it, but there's not that much to actually say about it is definitely a point to make. Yeah, it would definitely be sort of like a meta commentary on like the nature of why we're so obsessed with this stuff. And like, I don't know, maybe it would be called like the Taylor Swift ick or something. And like, I don't know. I could see the outline for it in my head. I'm just trying to weigh that versus like what else is really going on right now, guys. And if you missed like my context, I have a sponsor tomorrow. Hello to the 200 people in here. What's going on? Hello. I have a sponsor tomorrow. I would like this video to do well because it has a view guarantee, which has nothing to do with any of you. Has everything to do with my agreements and whatnot. But I also don't know like what else is happening. Taylor Swift is the monoculture. Exactly. That would kind of be the point of it if I went in that direction. And the reason why I'm doing this stream is because I like to pressure test my train of thought here so you guys can argue and push back on me, which you're very good at doing in a way that is very respectful, which I appreciate. Has Taylor ever had a BF who is openly supportive before? It probably feels so good to have a BF who is one of her biggest cheerleaders. That could be part of it. I just know the title is The Life of a Showgirl, so I truly wonder how the album is going to play into the Taylor lore. I mean, I don't care as long as it's good. It's Max Martin, so like I don't know. I'm expecting more of kind of a upbeat pop style and less Jack Antonoff, and like maybe that's also another part of it is like the Jack Antonoff stuff and you know why everybody has issues with him. Although I don't know, he did folklore, right? And I like folklore a lot. And I also really like Aaron Dessner from The National, and I think the Taylor Swift tracks that he works on with her are pretty good. I like the meta commentary idea, especially think there's a lot of discourse surrounding hers upcoming albums this summer because it's been kind of underwhelming for music. Yeah. I think that's the direction that I hope this isn't a Taylor Swift diss. Has anything I've ever said really been that much of a Taylor Swift diss? I made that one video a while ago where I was like, I didn't like Tortured Poets Department that much. And everyone was like, it's because you're stupid. It's because you're actually dumb as fuck. And I'm like, no, it's not why. Like, how the internet fell in love with Jack Antonoff? I'm hesitant for that. I don't know. I think there's a Jack Antonoff, like, commentary video somewhere. I just don't know if it's like all that interesting for like me to write about, you know? Swifties and other stan groups almost have their own distinct cultures. Yeah. Madison Emily first live stream. Welcome to the live. Hello. How's it going? Yeah, I didn't love Tortured Poets either. Maybe just a cute little mini dive into the Hamilton trend on TikTok, cute and lighthearted. Yeah, I've seen that. I don't think that I have like too much to contribute about it, but Fantana was right. She needs to stop working with Jack Antonoff. It looks like she is. Somebody was joking. They were like, "Oh my god, like you're gonna get The Life of a Showgirl, which is all like Max Martin bangers, and then she's gonna release like a second like secret album that's like The Death of a Showgirl, and that's all of like the Jack Antonoff and Aaron Dessner cuts," which I thought was so funny. Yes, Taylor Swift discourse is just an endless loop. Yeah, I think that's like, yeah, that's the thing about it that's like interesting to me is like like are we saying anything new and like does it even matter? Because it's all the same like but that's interesting to me is like why? Why do we all like collectively get amnesia and go through this every time she does anything? Is every time she does anything even related to like what is there to be said right now, or is it just like the same discourse that's been happening since like 2020? I don't really know anything about Zara Larsson. I'm sorry. Taylor's just hit or miss for me. Yeah, me too. I assume we already talked about Ben Platt. No, I really like that Diet Pepsi cover that he did though. Thoughts on Sydney Sweeney being a Republican? I have no thoughts. Okay. Like, yeah. I'm not surprised. Did you hear Swifty's getting mad at Olivia for stealing her thunder since she's teasing her new album? LOL. I don't know. Everybody's like perpetually 15. I don't know. I can't. I have like resigned myself to the fact that I am unable to dissect stan culture to the point where I'm like, it's just 15-year-olds who I will never understand, because they haven't had like exposure to the world. So anytime I see like incoherent stan culture behavior, I'm like, that's because like that person's other biggest stress in life, besides like what the hell's happening with like Taylor Swift and other fan bases online, is like their algebra homework or something, Congratulations, thank you. Demi Lovato Joe Bros reunion? I don't know if there's much to say there. I think a Demi Lovato comeback could be a thing for me to talk about eventually. I just feel like there's nothing quite there yet. I think a general commentary on album rollout, music industry culture filtered through her could be interesting. Yeah, I agree. There was that one girl who's thinking that YouTube will get bricked when the podcast airs. I don't think so. I'm on Reddit, and a fair amount of the snark anti-subs about Taylor is insane. I don't like to touch the subject of snark Reddits. There are certain places that kind of scare me. Wait, did Sydney Sweeney being a Republican get actually confirmed? Somebody did some digging and found out that she was a registered Republican and she moved to Florida in 2024 and registered. That could just be for tax purposes. That could just be because that could be because she's actually a Republican. I don't know. Either way, I'm not surprised. Like, I feel like TS music is very non-controversial, so I don't understand why everyone's upset. That's the thing that's interesting about it. Is like she's not. I like her music. I don't think she's all that like interesting or provocative of an artist to like bring out this like primal rage in people, you know? Have you been watching TSITP? Why am I dumb? I don't know what that is. Sorry, oh my god, there's so many messages. Thank you guys, but I'm just catching up. Also, if you hear any noise in the background, that's my dishwasher. I'm sorry. Sorry. You were 15 once, Kayla. Just gotta put yourself back in that time zone. Unfortunately, yeah, I was a 15-year-old. And he's also on Katy Perry's current tour. I've said all there is to be said about Katy Perry at this point. Talking about a wider album culture thing just with her as a lens might be better than focusing the video on her entirely. That makes sense. Who's afraid of Jack Antonoff? I'm tempted. I can't I don't know. I can't get into it on like now, but like there's a couple reasons I don't really want to do that, but maybe one day. Like there might be enough there one day for that. Taylor as the last mono pop star is interesting. Yeah, I think that's interesting. Actually, there might be something about how the charts have either stagnated with mostly hits from last year and how the new hits are mostly conservative coded. Yeah, there's also, that's like been the theme of like what I've covered on the channel this whole year. Like I feel like every week I'm talking about some woman who's doing some either like genuine or disingenuous right-wing shift, right? And like people are also trying to project that onto her, but I don't know if I see it. I don't know if I see it. I don't know. I'm an ex-hardcore Swiftie, and I feel like what pulled me out was the never-ending discourse and overexposure, and also I think Tortured Poets is really bad. I also think Tortured Poets is really bad. Oh, The Summer I Turned Pretty. Yeah, I haven't seen that. I know, I might not like Taylor, but I think most people on the internet don't like her because she's a woman. I don't know about that. Sup, Kayla. Sup, IDK Sterling. Hello. The Office spin-off and reboot fatigue. I'm trying to think of something here. Yeah, that could work. I think people really relate to TS that a criticism on her feels like a critique on them. That is also really interesting to me. I've covered that a bit before, and that's like a really interesting sort of parasocial like aspect of fandom that I'm into. Oh, they use a lot of Taylor Swift songs on the show The Summer I Turned Pretty. Okay, gotcha. Understood. Yeah, I'm not familiar. Is that like out of my age group? I don't know like what the age range of that show is. I've been watching the King of the Hill revival. That shit's great. I love it. That's what I've been watching. But don't come to me for that. That's go watch Johnny Tuchella's videos on the King of the Hill revival. I think Reputation or Folklore is the farthest she's going to rock the boat in terms of pushing the limits on her music. I feel like a lot of the criticism on TTPD was harsh, but a lot that's valid too. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I think fandoms are collective experiences we crave. Community is dying, so we seek it elsewhere. Yeah. No, I totally get what you're saying. Plot twist: Kayla's cooking something with Jack. Not quite, not quite. I'm hesitant to, I don't know, publicly criticize Jack, and I also don't think, I don't know. I don't want to get into it. With Morgan Wallen, Benson Boone conservatives topping the charts, K-pop Demon Hunters has been popping off as a breather. I work at a summer camp and all the kids are obsessed with it. I know. I haven't watched K-pop Demon Hunters, but I like the other day I had like a family barbecue function and there were some little kids there and they were teaching me all about it and they were very into it. So no song of the summer. Yeah, I guess not. No song of the summer. I mean, yeah, the songs of summer's almost over. I don't think there's gonna be a song of the summer. You know, her being on her boyfriend's pod is not really right wing bait. People might be pushing there. I agree with that, but I get the connection being made because at this point, like, you know, it's gonna just be made 100 times over because of like where we are in society right now. There were some good songs on TTPD, but they were buried by 18 incredibly mid songs. There was just too many. There was too much shit on it. There was just too much shit on it. I like the idea of a vid on why people feel so strongly about Taylor, regardless of whether or not she's doing anything noteworthy. Yeah, that's kind of, I think, the angle I would take with it. Yeah, King of the Hill fucks. Yeah, King of the Hill is so awesome. We were watching like it last night and we were just cackling. Like it was so fun. I like the original King of the Hill a lot. I used to watch it on like Adult Swim all the time. I think it's like one of the better like adult animation series out there. And like the writing on like this I'm not one for nostalgia revivals, but like the writing on the King of the Hill reboot is so good. It's so good. 200 people, let's go. Hello, hello. If you're just coming in, we're debating whether or not, because I'm going to write a video after this, whether or not I should write a video on Taylor Swift or something else. And the video has to come out tomorrow because capitalism. But if you have suggestions for other things that are going on, provided that it's a video that you think could actually do well, that a lot of people are talking about, like a topic that a lot of people are talking about, let me know in the chat because I'm trying to figure out what to do. People ask me like what the most stressful part is about like the video process. And this is the most stressful part because like if there's not like a big story of the week like the Sydney Sweeney thing or whatever, it is so like I like will like half write like several scripts before I actually pick what to do. And then like picking a topic and then a video like flopping because you picked the wrong thing is the fucking worst. So I try to avoid it when I can. The hate is so intense and personal. For Taylor, yeah, I agree. I do think it's so interesting, yeah, that like everyone just kind of filters all of their extreme feelings about the time we're living in through her. That's the most interesting thing to me about it. Jack, to my knowledge, is perfectly nice. People are just peeved about his musical influence, so not much there. Jack, to my knowledge, and I have knowledge of this, is very nice. So, yeah. I'm not elaborating. Anyway. We went from Brat Summer to just Summer. That's true. Unfortunately, Song of the Summer was Ordinary by Alex Warren. Oh my god. As someone whose like entire feed is wedding content right now, I am so tired of that dumbass song. It's so shitty. My nails are pretty, thank you. They're like this like white kind of sparkly color. Have you listened to Tyler Creator's new album Sugar on My Tongue? Yes, I do like that album. I think it's very good. You could talk about clinkers and the internet's response to AI. I mean, I would love to. I feel like AI, like I feel like people are kind of done with that topic, but the trend of people like developing parasocial relationships or like just straight up like social relationships with their AI and falling in love with them is so interesting to me. And I would love to do almost like a Vice style piece where I actually just like openly talk to people who have AI boyfriends because I think it's so fascinating. But that is not something like that would not do like well. But it is so interesting to me. South Park, I could talk about South Park. I feel like it's a little I don't know. Gotta wait kind of till the new episode comes out. Any Weapons news, drama you know about? I just liked Weapons a lot. I thought Weapons was so good. If you think about King of the Hill is low-key an American slice of life anime, and that's why it's so good. That is why it's so good. Mike Judge just gets it. Yes, he does. I literally, like, after this stream, I'm going to write a video and watch more King of the Hill. I think Taylor is actually very apolitical, which is why people are frustrated as people like her get to be like that, whilst other minorities have to be, and it's just frustrating. Congrats on the engagement. Thank you so much. Well, yeah, I just think like, yeah, that's like one of the things again that gets kind of filtered through her whenever she does anything. How'd you like the MCR show? Brian, yes, we do still need hand soap. Are you going to CVS or Target? Please go get hand soap. I forgot to get it at D'Agostino's today. Please go get hand soap. Thank you. Sorry. Oh my god, there's so many messages that I haven't caught up on. Oh my god, I hope Brian got my hand soap message. I have to tell him. Hold on. Yes, please get hand soap. Love you. Sorry. I think you should discuss clankers and stuff like that because a lovely chatter just let me know it actually came from Star Wars, which I didn't know about. Yes, clanker is from Star Wars. Have you heard anything about Weapons? I just love the movie. I don't know any like drama behind it. No judgments, but can you do a video on redistricting in Texas, LMAO? I mean, I'm not a politics channel, guys. I mean, I wish I could do stuff like that, but it's just not. It's just not what the algorithm has in store for me. Not really my thing. Not really what people come to me for. I think the general public got their fill of Taylor during the Eras tour, and now everyone's a bit tired of her. I don't think she'll revisit her 2023 peak. Yes, and yet, like, everything is about her still, you know? Hello, everyone. Congrats on the engagement, Kayla. Thank you, Madison. Appreciate it. Weapons is not that scary. It's just, like, intense, but it's not scary. Yes, I know. People are asking about AI psychosis and Kendra, who fell in love with a psychiatrist. I just don't want to do TikTok drama back to back because I just did TikTok drama, and also a lot more people are like talking about that now and covering it. I think Ryan Beard just did a video on it, so like I don't know. I'm still interested in it, but oh my god, there's so many messages that I have to catch up on. I'm sorry. Congratulations, thank you. Oh yeah, the Tyler album is called Don't Tap the Glass. Yeah, Sugar on My Tongue is a good song though. Don't worry about it. If you want to suggest something that I can write and finish by tomorrow, don't worry about that. I'm insane and I edit very fast, so like I can bang any topic out unless it's one that requires like interviews and additional scheduling. But if it's just me, like don't worry about that. Are you still doing the Billy Porter video? I think that might just be the August How the Internet episode, and I'm gonna like interview people and like I just want more time with it. So like yes, probably. Unless something else happens that like takes that spot. But I think How the Internet's going to be Billy Porter this month. Honestly, a lot of Swifties are disappointed her activism was political, which is an error to her, and that she's a white feminist. I think she has a kind heart, but she shouldn't be an activist hero. Yeah, I agree with that. Honestly, talk about South Park, and let's all just promise to show up and make sure you get your views up. Listen, it's me battling like like the people in this chat will watch whatever I put out, but like the other 90% of you, like that's the audience that I'm contending with. I need to like make them watch my stuff. Yeah. King of the Hill is an anime. Have you ever thought of doing retrospective on what? Hi, just got on High Night Circus. Do a video on MCR's Weird Tour. They just did their homecoming show in NJ. That's a little too niche, and I was there, and it was great. I have nothing else to say about it. But she used wokeism when it was selling. You're talking about Taylor Swift? Congrats on the engagement. Thank you. The dumb DC takeover? Mom, I don't even know what you're talking about. Seeing Dean Cain from Lois and Clark series becoming an ICE agent feels like IRL satire. Yeah, sucks. Could you talk about King of the Hill and how it's better in other reboots? Not in like a formal video, definitely not. But I'm loving the King of the Hill reboot. I think it's so good. I think it's so good. Do you watch Project Runway? I used to really be into Project Runway. I know Utica's on this new season, but I haven't like kept up with it yet. If you need views, Taylor will do that because Swifties will jump to defend her even if you were overwhelmingly positive. See, that's been the case sometimes, but there have been other times where I've covered Taylor and it's been like not as successful as I would hoped. Like, I don't know. I feel like people are either really into talking about it or it's like it's a really oversaturated topic. The other thing that pisses me off about stuff like this is like if I make a Taylor Swift video, every single comment's gonna be like, who cares about Taylor Swift? You do because you commented on the video. You fucking idiot. Like, I hate people like that. And I get a lot of those on my channel because I talk about pop culture and it's like, who cares about this? You do. Because you clicked on the video, moron. I hate people like that. Is Mama Says still in the chat? She wasn't here. I don't know where she went. Her name is Anne Marie. She's great. Will you do any Emmy coverage? Maybe on Patreon. I think the fact that she'll bring in numbers as props not in itself a good reason to do a video on her. I mean, I do run a business here at the end of the day, though. But, you know. I'm wondering if, like, my audience is interested in it. Because if my audience, my immediate audience, people who subscribe and regularly check in, are interested in it, it will be more likely to be recommended out other places. That is how this works. Do an MCR retrospective. Too niche. Nobody really cares about that. But I am interested in it. But like the people in my audience definitely don't care. My mom's talking about South Park in the chat. Hello. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So many. UK just brought in age verification. Yeah, okay. I can't. I said this before. YouTube is kind of shadow banning anybody who talks about the stuff. So I'm staying away from that because I do not want my entire audience and viewership terminated over YouTube being the worst. Congratulations on your engagement. Thank you very much. Here is my ring. It is beautiful. What books are you reading, enjoying right now? I don't have time. I wish I had more time to read. I really do. Who cares about Taylor Swift? Bitch, your mom. Who cares about this? Thousands of people who cared enough to comment. It literally drives me nuts. It drives me so crazy. It drives me actually so insane. Like, you are not a morally superior person because you went to a pop culture channel and clicked on a video from a pop culture commentator and went, I don't care about this. Literally, fuck off. Congrats on the engagement. Thank you. Yes, I am interested in the Taylor vid, not just from any creator, but I like your perspectives and will be interested in that video. Thank you. Do Italian Americans care that Madonna is one of them? I don't really care. No. Talk your shit, Kayla. Thank you, Elliot saying. Elliot saying in the chat. Elliot also just did posted a live stream clip about this, and that's why I've been thinking about it recently. Pop culture is culture, and culture is politics. And you are not morally superior for coming in and telling me that you don't care about Taylor Swift. I also think pop culture coverage tends to sometimes be very gendered in the sense that like people hear like woman talking about celebrity and they go, this doesn't matter. And then they go, wait, I don't understand why Donald Trump is talking about Sydney Sweeney on his fucking app or whatever. Must be unrelated. Like, we love Elliot Sang. Elliot is one of the best content creators on this platform, objectively. If you are not subscribed to Elliot, please go subscribe. The word culture means to care. That's what culture is. Giving a shit about things. Yes. Oh my god, Elliot said we love Kayla. Oh my god. Elliot, we need a collab at some point if you want to. Because I love your videos. I think you're so great. Another recent source of discourse could be Chappell saying her next album may not be out for 5 years. People are very impatient with new music now. Yeah, I think there's a lot to say about like kind of the culture surrounding album releases and like how people, this is another thing I'm interested in, is like how people treat like music as like content. Seeing those connections between pop culture and politics is crucial, and that way we build a better culture. Yes, Elliot Sang, yes. You got the soap! He got the soap, guys, if you weren't here before. Yay!
We got it.
Yes! Brian got the soap. We needed soap for our bathroom, and he...
Hey, what's that?
It's a piece... yeah.
Where'd you get that from?
Some, guy.
Oh,
Guy bought it for me. Yeah, for those who were not in the chat for that, Brian asked in the chat earlier on his way home from work if we needed soap, and we do, and he bought it. I love my fiance who buys things when we need them. Sup, dude. Common Brian W. Common Brian W. Some people say they don't give a shit about pop culture and then turn out to be lacking in empathy the most. Yeah, because your opinions on pop culture shape the way that you feel about other things, because it's an easy and accessible entry point into like other things. And that's not like a diss. A lot of times in my videos, the way that I view them is like they're a vehicle into me talking about other like societal problems, right? But people can understand different dynamics through the lens of pop culture, and that's why it's important to talk about it. Woo for the soap. Congrats on the hand soap. Let's go. Yes. 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 Brian says thank you. Sorry, I'm catching up on the chat. I think that might be a good angle. Album culture can be prompted by Taylor's new album, but also contrast Chappell taking her time. Yeah, I think there's kind of two directions I could go with it. If I do it, I might also just like after this, like literally decide to do something completely different. Is either kind of like the album, like music, marketing culture, and how we kind of treat everything as like an insatiable demand for content, and like that kind of direction with it, when then you can talk about Chappell and like other things and like why people are kind of like sick of Taylor Swift, and then you can go the other direction with it, which is like why do we project all of our like societal kind of issues through Taylor Swift whenever she's in the news, and is that fair, and is that good, and is that right, because she is kind of like the pinnacle of like American culture right now. So those are like the two directions that I would go with it if I were to do it. And we'll see if I do it. I said do. Oh no.
Why are you saying do?
I said do twice. Oh. If I do it. I said do. Another good reason to talk about album rollout covers, cycles, all the alternative covers like for the new Sabrina album. OMG, my first ever Kayla live. Hi, Silly. Welcome to the live. So many unrelated brands have joined in, and it's a little weird. I think that also contributes to the overexposure problem, in the sense that, like, you're not just seeing content coming from Taylor, you're seeing it coming from every other, like, brand and institution who's like, I want to get a viral hit, so I'm going to latch myself onto the most popular person in American culture right now. Give me money? Like, that's also part of it, I think. Apparently there are leaks for the new TS album. Yeah, I don't know. I guess don't spoil it for folks in the chat who like care. Literally, why is the Empire State Building getting involved? It's a great question. I'm so done with album rollouts. I collect records and work part-time in a record shop. Why do we need so many pressings? People are connecting the showgirl title to the Midwest Princess title. Chapel is the new tastemaker. What is it called? The Life of a Showgirl? Interesting title. I don't know like what it means. I like it better as a title than the Tortured Poets Department. Think the life of a show. It makes me think of The Last Showgirl, the Pamela Anderson movie. Yes, absolutely. Brands getting involved, contributing to overexposure. Like she can't do normal things because they'll immediately become about her. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So if I do, I mean, all right, I guess I have kind of an idea of like a thesis of where to go with this if I am to make this video happen tomorrow. However, if you would like to drop, please take this part of the stream to drop suggestions in the chat for things that you want me to cover. If you haven't already, suggestions or like criteria, things that a lot of people are talking about, things that are not too niche, because I have a sponsor on this video, so I would like it to do somewhat well if possible. Things that you've seen in the news, things that you've seen on social media, things that you have seen bad coverage on that you would like someone who's better at covering it to do. Please drop your suggestions now. I'm also not a Swiftie, but would be interested in a vid on her fandom culture and its trickle-down effect on the way fans demand content from other artists and pop media consumption as a whole. David Fadul said, "Congrats, BTW." Thank you. Thank you so much.
Did you see what I said?
Yeah, you said Spider-Man.
Yeah, talk about Spider-Man.
What would you like me to say about Spider-Man, my love?
How cool Spider-Man is. Have you seen the new suit and the new movie?
I have seen the new suit. I have seen that they're filming in Scotland. Brian wants me to talk about Spider-Man.
Do it. I'm watching your live stream.
You're watching my live stream.
Yeah.
You're also watching it by looking this way, literally.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Swiftologist music video on music critique was interesting. I haven't. Maybe I did watch a little bit of it. I don't remember. Still hoping for how the internet fell in love with Lana Del Rey. That's also an option for tomorrow because like Lana Del Rey is sort of the OG like I've been talking a lot again about like the aesthetic pivot to conservatism, and Lana Del Rey is like the origin point of all of that. So like I was thinking of doing Who's Afraid of Lana Del Rey. That's also an option. Congratulations on your engagement. Thank you so much, Night Circus. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Brian says thank you.
Should I leave? Should I?
You can do whatever you want.
What should I do?
You can come hang if you want. Come
I'll
over.
Come hang if people want me to come hang. If not,
Does anybody want Brian to come hang, or is anybody opposed to Brian coming to hang? If speak now or forever hold your peace, I guess. Type Brian W if you would like Brian to pull up a chair. Everyone needs a Brian. I agree. Okay, yes, they said you can hang. You were allowed to hang.
Okay.
Come on over.
All right.
I would. Oh shit! I was reading Brian W. I would be more interested in Lana Del Rey because I feel like Ari Taylor, there will probably be more to say, a better video to make if you wait. Yeah, Lana, I think is kind of a more evergreen topic, but it is something that people have been wanting me to do for a while, so it could do well. Brian W. We love Brian Says.
Hello, David Fadul, who we know in real life. Hope you are doing well, my friend.
Your wedding photos look beautiful. I saw them on Instagram. Congrats to you and your wife. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Is he taking your name? Are you going to become Brian Says?
Either Brian, my last name says, or Brian says my last name. I'm not sure.
There you go.
Yeah. I guess my last name's public in the chat.
Yes, it is.
Because it's my YouTube channel.
Yeah. The one good white man. Yay, you're the one good white man.
I did it.
You did it. What's Brian's take on the current state of the MCU? I don't know.
So the problem is, like, I am very excited for the new Spider-Man movie now. I hate to admit it. I kind of forgot that was still happening. Now that it's happening, I'm excited for that. But like just that, Fantastic Four was fine. Was good, not great though. I don't think. And Doomsday and Secret Wars is gonna be rough. So I'm kind of checked out on it mentally, but I am still physically showing up to watch these movies. So
if there's one thing Brian will do, it's get excited for Spider-Man. Okay, this is actually a good question. Put in chat, would you be more interested tomorrow in a Lana Del Rey video or a Taylor Swift video? The two genders battling it out. The Taylor Swift video would be about things we just discussed. The Lana video would be kind of more of like a retrospective history, sort of like how the internet, but like a slightly different cadence. It would be like a Who's Afraid of Lana Del Rey thing. Lana Taylor. Y'all are very... Yes.
nothing.
This is a cup that my mom got me. It's like very like cute. It's like an engagement gift.
Not you drinking out of the wife cup.
Bro.
Anyway.
Sorry. Dear Lord,
I know,
hold on.
You're working here. You're doing work. Important work here.
Brian W. There's just a Taylor, Lana, and Brian W.
Yay. A lot of Lanas.
A lot of Lanas.
So what's more? What could you talk about with her?
Who? What?
Lana Del Rey.
More of like a retrospective on like how she's like the OG like the conservatism pop star character, and how that's like a through line to all of what we're seeing today, essentially.
There's more meat on that bone.
Yeah.
Proverbially.
Have you all seen Shogun? I haven't. I heard it's good.
We wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, have not yet.
I'm not talking about the Ethel Cain stuff. I go listen to the opinion of someone who's trans. Please. Thank you. Not my place, not my space. There's certain things that there's no value in me touching. Ask Brian his opinion about Lana.
I like her. I am not overly familiar with a lot of her music, but I like the hits, you know.
Chat poll. I don't think you can do polls through StreamYard. If you can, I don't know how to do it, but because I'm not on the YouTube interface right now. I'm on the StreamYard interface. But the chat is giving me a good
What do you do if you
indication.
press the plus button on the bottom right?
Where?
There. I don't want to mess it up, but
New layout.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Don't want to mess with anything. I have no idea how this works. Yeah.
Leave Ethel Cain alone. Did we do a poll? I don't know how to. I wish I could do it. I don't know how to do it through StreamYard. I need a mod. That's what I need. Do you guys watch Wednesday? No, we have not. I told them we've been watching King of the Hill and we love it.
Propine.
Yeah. I am Bobby Hill. Like spiritually, like as a person, I relate so heavily to Bobby Hill. Just joined. Hello, Peach Toadstool.
It's a good name.
Ethel Cain is trans. Yes. The Megator industrial complex leading to Lana doing like the worst Megator ever is fascinating. IMO. Wasn't her thing being racist? Why would being trans affect her? Yes, she was being racist, but also there was some discourse over her like using like slurs that I don't want to get into it. I did. Fave MCR album, The Black Parade. What did you think? This is for you, Brian. What did you think of Eric Adams' combo Yankees and Mets cap?
I did not like it very much. But you never know what can happen in New York. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, there you go.
Those who know.
Watch Shogun, maybe the best TV I've ever seen. Gorgeous and only 10 episodes.
Someone asked, Golden Age asked if we're excited for Peacemaker Season 2. I am. I'm trying to get her to watch the James Gunn Suicide Squad movie and Peacemaker Season 1 before it comes out. I think it comes out in like 10 days. We should watch it all again. Peacemaker is so underrated. I really think it was legitimately great when I watched it. I stand by that opinion.
David said how the internet got engaged to Taylor Swift. That's funny. Brian, have you played the recent Spider-Man games?
I have. I played both Spider-Man 1 and 2, the Insomniac games. I loved the first one. Second one was a bit more mixed on. I think that's kind of the general opinion, but both of them were really fun, and I'm excited to play the third one.
We found our address in it, our cross streets.
Almost. I think. But it was very close. Yeah.
I will not tell you what they are. You guys are Yankees fans, aren't you? Yes, we are.
Someone asked for a collab with me.
We did one last summer on Star Wars. You can go back on the channel. I think it's from last July. We did like a 25-minute video essay on Star Wars. But if you would like Brian to come back and collab, he can.
Big Cheese, I did play Miles Morales. Also, that was a good little, much shorter game, but also really cool, really fun.
How the internet fell in love with Brian. I fell in love with Brian. And then he did something.
The internet doesn't love me.
They don't love me either.
There are tens of thousands of more followers to prove otherwise.
Yeah, brother. But they antagonize me.
Yeah.
You know?
True.
We would love a Brian collab. Yeah, if I ever do a... People request how the internet fell in love with the MCU all the time, and if I were to do that, I would need Brian's assistance, because...
I feel like when Doomsday comes out, that could be a good time to do it.
Yeah.
But have you played the Raimi tie-in games? Oh, Big Cheese. I have played the Raimi Spider-Man tie-in games. The second one I still play, basically. Whenever I go home and my family, we have our PlayStation 2 still there. If it's plugged in, I'm putting Spider-Man 2 in and delivering pizzas.
Spider-Man is Brian's favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
Brian loves, the three things that Brian loves the most in this life, besides me, are the Yankees, Spider-Man, and sandwiches. And those are his three favorite things.
And Star Wars.
And Star Wars.
Unfortunately.
If you ever did an MCU, how the internet would be bare minimum 40 minutes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It would be like...
37 minutes would be me talking.
Literally.
Before we get to you.
Yeah. I always joked if I ever like do like an MCU video, I want to have a bit where it's just like we cut back to like Brian chaotically info dumping about Spider-Man. Just frequent cutbacks to you just like talking to nobody like into a wall about like Spider-Man lore.
Yeah, so just film me any night at like midnight. That's what I'm doing anyway.
That's true.
So
that's true. Brian loves Spider-Man.
Peacemaker's really good. I seem like they mispronounced Adebayo the whole time. That's how I thought it was pronounced. I could be wrong. But other than that, I love the show.
Brian, I'm a little gutted because I really want to see Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, Empire Strips Back. I've told you this. That's the burlesque Star Wars burlesque show. My friend saw that out in LA once. I think it was in New York, and I also let me talk to you about maybe going, but we missed the date or something. Apparently, it's like really high production value Star Wars burlesque.
Oh my lord! I'm so late to the stream.
I'm very tired.
But I'm so late to the stream. But congratulations on the engagement, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Gwen Stacy or Mary Jane? I mean, I think about the movie characters before the comics because I'm not a giant comics reader. I liked Emma Stone's Gwen Stacy, but I also think Kirsten Dunst's Mary Jane gets a bad rap. I think she did a lot of good things in those movies too.
Who is your favorite live action Spider-Man, Brian?
This guy named Tobey Maguire. Yeah, I mean, because I grew up with him, so those movies are like literally etched in my brain. They are pillars of my brain, actually. Yeah, thank you. David's backed me up. John and Daniela, I think, saw it.
Did they actually?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Who do you...
Toby. We love Toby.
Something Flair said they like our reviews when we walk out of the theater.
You and Brian talk about movies right after leaving the theater are always my favorite part of your reviews. Thank you so much. Brian's Spider-Man related crash out in Madam Web is one of my favorite video moments of all time. Because I made him go see that movie with me on Valentine's Day. And it made him so mad. And I just recorded his reaction. And it was hilarious.
I do love... There's still more Spider-Man debate going on. I do love all of them. Like, I think Tom Holland's great. I think Andrew Garfield was great. I think he's like Andrew Garfield is the standout in No Way Home, like everyone says. But yeah, Toby's gotta has my heart forever.
Did we talk about weapons yet? A little bit. Weapons rules. Weapons is awesome. Weapons fucks. Go see Weapons.
Someone asked me if we saw Phoenician Scheme earlier too. We did.
We did. I like Phoenician Scheme.
Liked it.
I like Phoenician Scheme. Oh, I thought you were
I'm
looking
just trying
out
to
there.
read the chat. No, your mic is like blocking it a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Danny Elfman did his big one with that Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Maybe just talk about James Gunn's possible effect on the DCU. I don't have as many superhero people as you would think in this audience. This audience, like, yes, they're superhero people, but like generally, no, I am not making the Batman Arkham retrospective video because literally 10 people will watch it. And that is a meme going on, I think, like 3 years now at this point.
It's not a meme. It's a video that you should make. Because you would do a great job with it.
I would, but like literally, if it could get like negative views, it would. Quite literally. Hi, congrats on your engagement. Thank you. Need a relationship like that where I can deeply yap with them about every single piece of media I consume. That is the foundation of what you see before you.
Yeah, that and Twitter memes.
I am one of the 10. Yeah, the 10 people that would be interested in me ranting about the Batman Arkham series because for 20 minutes, because it would take 20 minutes. All 10 of those people are in this chat. And the other 153,000 people that are subscribed to me would be like, I hate this. And I hate you. But I should do it for Patreon. At the very least, I should do it for Patreon. One day. But the thing is, like, I couldn't just, like, talk about it casually. I do a lot more casual conversation on Patreon. And, like, if I were to discuss... He's listened to... You can attest to this. You've heard my Batman Arkham rants.
Yes.
And they are very entertaining. But I would have to, like, actually put effort into it. What would the rant even be about? The first game is good. The second game is great. The third game, and I don't count Origins because Origins is, like, so whatever. And I don't count it. Arkham Knight sucks so bad, fundamentally from a story level and in ways that I quite literally, like, it blows my mind and makes me angry every single time I think about it, especially because Asylum and City were so fucking good.
They're coming to arrest you.
They're coming.
You started making them.
Oh, no.
You started giving your thoughts. And
but
I'm going to take a sip from the wife cup if that's cool.
Yeah, you could sip from the wife cup. That's fine.
Damn, that's good.
I had no idea you have Patreon. I do have Patreon. It's in my link tree, which is in all my social bios. You can subscribe for weekly bonus content for just $2 per month. I post twice on there weekly. I post a weekly pop culture roundup show, and I post a bonus video where I talk about whatever I want. Brian, what do you think Tom Holland's Spider-Man needs for it to be perfect?
I think I'm really excited about this fourth one because it does seem like what I wanted them to do after No Way Home was like, I am just more of a grounded New York City Spider-Man kind of guy. I love that he no longer has like the Stark tech. Very like the suit's supposed to be like he made it probably again. Well, definitely actually. They show him making it in the last movie. But yeah, I just like a street level Spider-Man with like, or like with like a city, a threat to the city, not to the world, not to the universe. Just, you know, and I think that's the movie they're making, a very grounded movie. So that's what I think will really. I'm hopeful that this fourth one is actually my favorite of the four, but that's setting a pretty high bar. I'm just really going off the set photos, so the movie could be terrible. Okay. Oh, you see the latest casting news?
No.
Joe Keery might be in.
Oh, I did see that.
I might be playing Harry Osborn.
Interesting.
Which is interesting.
Can you do a TLDR about Arkham Knight right now? I haven't played it. Okay, and somebody said it. I'm gonna spoil it right now, and this is the thing that is the worst about it. I'm gonna spoil it right now. If you haven't played it, I think the game's fucking like 10 years old at this point. So if you haven't played it, whatever. They literally did the Jason Todd Red Hood story. Brian has heard me yell about this so many goddamn times, and I'm so sorry, but these people have never heard me yell about it. They literally, because the Arkham Knight, the whole conceit around the game was like this new villain that's like a mech like Arkham Knight. It's like mech Batman, and the whole time they were asking the writers, is Arkham Knight Jason Todd? Is Arkham Knight Jason Todd? And the whole time they were like, no. Do you know who Arkham Knight was in the goddamn game?
Todd Jason.
They literally just lied because they knew that was a bad idea. Anyway, there was no reason that a Red Hood story needed to be in the Arkham games. I will be mad about this until I die. I will also be mad about the way that they rebranded Scarecrow for no reason. I'm gonna stop now. Anyway. It's just such bad writing, it makes me so goddamn mad. Kayla says yes. Yeah, Brian actually came up with that caption. Kayla says yes.
Months ago. I was just like, wait.
Yeah. So all credit to him for that. Do y'all watch Dropout? I do not. Thoughts on Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein? Is that one coming out on Netflix, or is it gonna be okay? Is it gonna be in theaters though?
Maybe for a limited time.
That's
I don't
fucking
know.
ridiculous. I'm not trying to watch that movie in my living room. That's such horseshit.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on it. Kayla says yes to the dress. Yeah, I will not be. I already told them that I will not be we are not doing wedding or bridal content. You will see photos of it, and that is it. Just, yeah. But I did tell them about how this happened.
Yeah, and my dad's Jewish.
Oh yeah, I did say that. Yeah, your dad's Jewish. I
was listening to that part.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Did I leave any details out that you would like to include?
Did you mention the poem, lady?
Oh no, this is a fun little detail about. So if you missed this part of the stream, I was talking about how we got engaged in Central Park. Right as Brian was about to do it, the Central Park poem lady was about to set up her table, but we wanted her to not be in the background of the shot. So somebody in our family asked her to move, but then she did, and she was totally cool about it. And then my sister slipped her $20 and was like, hey, can you write a poem about the engagement that's happening right now? And she did, and it was lovely, and she was such a sweetheart, and now we have that poem, so that's really cute.
She's just someone who sits in Central Park and writes
writes poems about it, and now we have our own personal poem, which is really cool. Kayla, you should get Cake Boss to make your cake. No thank you. What if you talk about Blackpink? I don't know anything about K-pop, so, Aw, everyone, aw, yeah.
What?
But look what we're saying.
Did you all see the rumor Disney is trying to sell the Star Wars franchise? No, but I also highly doubt that's true. They have several theme park lands themed to it now, and movies and stuff. I don't. That's a way too big of it. If Disney's selling Star Wars, Disney's over. I don't know.
Everybody's saying, "Aww."
Sorry, started Disney posting again.
But yeah, that's how it happened.
I'm trying to think of anything else that you didn't.
I said you went to get it custom made.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very stressful for you because I wanted it. I was very excited for it to happen.
Yeah.
And this took a long time to get made because it was custom made. So that was stressful, but it all worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. We're getting married next year.
Yup.
Yay. Marriage.
Woohoo. Cool.
Also, people ask me what he said. I literally don't remember. When you did it and when I did it, I don't remember what you said and I don't remember what I said.
I can, well, that I will not tell people. Like what we said.
Right. He knows.
Yeah.
And also I forgot I forgot which finger it goes on.
You did.
So I was just like standing there like, I don't know what to do. Please help. Brian W. Marriage W. Marriage review once it happens. Can Spider-Man officiate?
That's an option. I'm down.
I did tell him he could bring, and I forget what promise was made in exchange for this, but I asked him to do something, and I said, if you do this one thing, you can take pictures with the lightsaber at the wedding. I will not be in them, but you can take a picture with the lightsaber, and you can bring it. But I literally don't remember what I promised in exchange for that. So I'm inclined to say that I can go back on the deal.
No, you can't. No, the lightsaber needs to be there. I'm sorry. It's the whole thing.
Get married now on this live stream. Could you imagine? How the internet fell in love with wedding. Yeah. For real. On that note, everybody, Brian's gonna go have some dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go figure out what I'm actually doing with this video and with my life. Well, I know what I'm doing with my life. We're getting married. And then I'm going to make a video and it will be up tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to be about. Hopefully it's good. Maybe it won't be. Please watch it though. Either way. Yay.
Yay.
Yay. Thanks everybody. See you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.